right, today's Colorado trivia is, according to the Guinness World Records, how much did the heaviest watermelon weigh? Was it A, 500 pounds, B, 350 pounds, C, 100 pounds, or D, 1,000 pounds? Drum roll, please. The answer was B, 350 pounds. It was grown by Chris Kent in Tennessee, 2013. It officially weighed 350.5 pounds. Now, that's a whopper of a watermelon. Woo! Not quite that big. No, no. A lot of people are out shopping for 4th of July, and you know you have to include the watermelon, because watermelon you can use for almost anything. Chef Dave Woolley is here. He's going to offer tips on how you can use the entire watermelon, everything in the watermelon. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
first thing first, I need to know watermelon tips on how to choose my watermelon. I always heard you're supposed to no knocking on a watermelon.
That's watermelon abuse.
Don't abuse the watermelon, so no thumping.
No, you don't need to do that. In fact, I think a really good indication is to look for a yellow, kind of a buttery yellow, like blemish that you see on there, and sometimes you even see them bigger than that right there.
So the blemishes are good.
Yeah, this guy right here doesn't even have any, so I kind of don't recommend that guy. I want to recommend ones that have the blemishes in there.
What about, okay,
look at that big one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Here's something else that I've always heard, and I don't know if this is true. What about smelling like the navel of the watermelon?
Doesn't help.
Nope, no navel smelling.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, this is really another really good indicator is if it weighs more than you think it's going to weigh. Like if it surprises you, like, oh, okay, yeah.
So weight matters.
Yeah, weight is good because that's telling you how juicy it's going to be.
What should the bottom of the watermelon look like?
Yeah, so this bottom right here is right, that like blemish right there with the yellow kind of buttery, that's perfect right there.
And that's how you know the bottom, because, I mean, obviously.
It's sitting on the ground, and it's also ripening that way, too.
All right. Now, here's another question. You don't eat the rind.
Well, we're gonna talk about that in the next segment. We're gonna talk about how to pickle some water.
Yeah. So then you need to wash it before you cut it.
We're gonna utilize the whole watermelon. That's the beauty of this, is that you can use the juice, the flesh, and the rind.
So you say yes, wash it, and just put it under some water?
Yep.
Okay.
Wash it just a little bit, lightly wash it, and that's perfect.
All right. And
right before you use it.
How do you store a watermelon after you buy it? Because I know a lot of times people go a week shopping a week ahead of time, and then they bring the watermelon home. Do you put it in the refrigerator to keep it cold?
Yeah, you can do that. I don't actually recommend doing that. I think that you can set it out at room temperature on your counter for a good 3-4 days before you use it. About a day before you want to use it, you can put it in your refrigerator and cool it down a little bit.
Interesting.
I also like to cut it. Like if I'm going to use it that afternoon or for a party in the afternoon, I'll cut it.
Cut it ahead of time.
In fact, can I show you how
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Start
can
cutting.
I show you how to cut it? So, you know, it's cumbersome. It's round and it can roll around. You have to be really careful with that. So what I like to do first is I actually have a larger knife. I cut through it like that. And so now I have a flat surface to where I could peel it a lot easier. I'll also trim just the top of it like that, so it's easier for me to kind of get in there. And I'll just take the knife, and if I'm going to pickle the watermelon rind, which I'll show you guys in the next segment, I actually like to get a little closer to the red, because I actually like that red to be in my pickle.
Right. Wow, I've never even heard of pickling watermelon.
Yeah, and this is pretty much the way that I like to peel it.
Now that's a ripe watermelon. What's the best time of year to pick a watermelon?
Well, technically, watermelon really is almost a year-round fruit.
24/7?
Yeah, you have it almost all year round.
Yeah.
So, and is there a better time than none? Maybe only for the reason of summer is maybe a reason why you would think that. But to be honest with you, I like to eat watermelon smack dab in the middle of November.
Okay, and we're going to learn a lot of different recipes too, like even watermelon juice coming up. So you guys just keep watching. Okay, so that's how you slice your watermelon.
Yeah.
What are some ways that we could actually feed people watermelon? Like I see you have it chopped up here, but I honestly slice it and then cut it in half and give it to my kids, and they just kind of go down
and
town.
that's a perfect way to do it, because it's just so delicious and tasty, and you want to eat all those yummy. Yeah, and it's juicy, but yeah, you could cook with it too. That's the other thing that I like to do.
Really?
And you don't have to just serve it in like cold applications. We're going to serve it in a couple cold applications, but we're also going to show a hot application today too.
Okay.
Where we're going to make a glaze out of it, and we're going to put some on some chicken.
Show me how we can eat the entire watermelon. Give me an example. Show me one of those recipes.
Okay, all right, that's great. I'll do that. So right here, I actually pickled the watermelon relish, and I cooked some over here. I cooked it for a couple hours, and then I just take this watermelon relish And
what's involved in the watermelon relish?
So there's some vinegar, there's some sugar. I actually used a agave in this case, and I'll do a couple of them. And I actually put some pickling spice in there, and a little bit of water, and then I cooked it for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I just use it. The thing I like about watermelon relish or pickled watermelon rind is I treat it like relish. And I love relish, like in tuna fish, or I like relish just with different things. You know, I like that kind of sweet and sour. You know, and this is kind of a perfect play on doing like a little kind of sweet and sour. And I kind of just like that.
You know, I always heard though, and we're going to show more examples here of how to eat the entire watermelon. I heard if you eat the seeds, you'll grow a watermelon tree in your belly.
No, that is untrue.
If you swallow gum, will you grow a gum tree?
Nope, no gum trees
God,
either.
I've been lied to my whole life.
Yep.
All right, don't go anywhere. We have more recipes. We're going to get serious with what we're doing here with watermelons. So you guys make sure you keep watching. Savor juicy, refreshing, delicious watermelon snacks and so much more. Guess what? You could submit your own idea for a recipe contest at watermelon.org. That's watermelon.org. We're going to tell you about that contest coming up. There you'll also find carving tips, nutrition facts, and fun activities for kids. Chef Wooley's back with us right after the break with some more mouth-watering recipes. You'll never believe what you could be doing every little bit of this watermelon you're going to use. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Hi there, welcome back to Colorado and Company on this pre-4th of July celebration. We are getting you ready for your fun little picnic and having a party with your friends and family. First on the list, watermelon. And Chef Wooley is back to describe how you can eat 100% of the watermelon. Even the seeds are edible, right?
Yeah, and we're going to have a couple fun recipes today. But first, there is an awesome recipe contest that's happening right now on watermelon.org. Take a visit to the site. You can actually get some of the recipes from there too. Lots of fun facts, information about variety, cutting, all that good stuff on the website.
Why are you encouraging people to use the whole watermelon?
Well, it's kind of fun, you know, in different kinds of cookery as a chef, you think about trying to utilize a whole animal if you're cooking. So what a great way to kind of segue into utilizing the whole fruit or vegetable. And in this way, actually, it is kind of known as a fruit, but it's also got some vegetable tendencies as well.
So it's extremely healthy for you. All right, what's next on the list? I'm just going to let you go with these recipes.
Well,
show me what to do.
We just briefly talked about cooking some pickled watermelon rind, and that's probably the first thing because that's using the outside layer. And we just did that with some vinegar and some sugar and a little bit of pickling spice. Really easy to do and really easy to hold for a long period of time. You could actually can it and hold it all year round.
How long do you have to cook it?
This cooks for almost entirely about 45 minutes.
Okay,
because I actually let it sit a little bit too and let it carry over. Here's another great one. I love caprese salad, right? It's great for the summertime. It's great year round pretty much. But tomatoes, after the summertime, they're not as good anymore. So I actually do a caprese salad where I replace all of the tomato with fresh watermelon.
Nice.
Right.
That sounds good.
Doesn't that sound great?
This almost looks like they're tiny little marshmallows,
that's fresh mozzarella pearls.
Oh, yummy, yummy.
So I have some fresh basil. Okay. Pretty simple. I'm actually going to use a little bit of fresh chive as well.
Gotcha.
All right. A little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to use some balsamic and some olive oil in here too. I have this balsamic as a glaze.
Quick and easy.
Quick and easy. And you could serve it nearly immediately after you make it.
Where can we find this recipe?
This is a recipe like this is right on the watermelon.org website.
Okay, and you're throwing the cheese on top.
I think after mentioning that, I kind of want a little bit of cheese in there. I want a little bit more in there. And you know, actually, another fun thing you could actually add to this is I could add some watermelon pickles in there as well to give it another little punch of flavor.
Wow. How long were those pickled?
These were pickled the same amount of time as the relish too.
Okay.
What I did about 45 minutes. But I cut these in a longer sliver to give it a little bit more of a look because they're great on sandwiches and things like that as well.
No, I've never seen this salad made with watermelon, so I'm excited to try it.
Why not? I mean,
great.
you know, it's fantastic. It's summery.
Right.
And again, you know, it has kind of some similarities to tomato, meaning that there's lycopene that's in there, and lycopene is very much in tomatoes, and that helps protect you from the sun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now you have another recipe you're going to show us here. I see you have some chicken over there.
Yeah, I actually took some of the watermelon juice, and I have this watermelon juice right here, and I took the watermelon juice, and we'll talk about that in a second because we made some ice cubes for it too, and I just cooked it down, and I made a glaze out of it.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, so it's just as simple. I just added a little bit of agave nectar to watermelon juice and made a glaze with it, and I glazed my chicken as I'm grilling them.
Oh,
and it has a
wow.
wonderful, wonderful appearance.
I'm going to have to try that. That's unique. I've never heard anyone put watermelon on chicken for barbecue
Here,
sauce.
taste
Can
that.
I take? Let me take.
Taste that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Has kind of the barbecue kind of notes to it, but it's not.
Really,
it's
really
made
good.
All with watermelon juice.
Okay, we have about a minute and a half left. I want to get to the ice cubes.
Okay, so I think it's a lot of fun to take something simple like an old school watermelon, ice cube tray, and I actually have the silicone one too that makes it easy to get out. And I just made some simple ice cubes. All I did was put them in the freezer. Watermelon juice is all that's in there.
Okay.
And it's kind of fun to take something like, a lemony kind of drink and pour that over there. And just make a nice kind of refreshing kind of beverage.
I have to try that.
You have to try that.
My job just stinks, everybody. It's just horrible, right? That's really good. Ooh, that has a kick to it. I like that a lot.
You could actually take you could take more watermelon juice, and then we could just add some of that kind of sparkling beverage.
That's really
You could do this with your kids at home as well. And then, oops, went a little bit overboard.
That's okay.
And then
shake it up in the bottle.
And then shake it up in the bottle and go. Right. That's kind of fun to do. I also like to take this and make a mixed drink with it. Take the ice cubes and put them in the blender and make like a slushy kind of drink, like a daiquiri, if you will.
Well, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
For the adult party.
Right. Right. It's kind of fun to do that.
It was so nice seeing you. I really appreciate you coming on the show and teaching us these great recipes just in time for your 4th of July party. Savor, juicy, refreshing, and delicious watermelon snacks and so much more. Even submit your own idea for the recipe contest at watermelon.org. There you'll also find carving tips, nutrition facts, and fun activities for kids. So you guys make sure you log on right now and check it out, watermelon.org.